Alright, today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to moonwalk. If you want to make a world to practice, the best way is to go create new world, creative, more world options, world type, go to super flat, and then just title it whatever you want. I'll just name it Bridge Yay, and then create it. So this is just going to create a flat world, so it's really easy to practice on if you're going to practice bridging. So the first thing, what you want to learn how to do is to double click. So as you can see, I'll hold my mouse up to the thing. It's pretty different. So this is a single click, and this is a double click. You see how the CPS counter, when I just hit it once, it went to 2 CPS, and then I just normal click, it'll just go to 1 CPS. The other option is to learn how to drag click, which I'm really bad at. Well, actually, I just don't know how to do it. But if you want a drag click tutorial, I think I'll just put a good one in the description. And for double clicking, if you want to learn how to double click, basically you need to find an angle that's correct for double clicking. I can't hit my mouse the same way I single click. If I want to double click, I have to hit it in a particular way. Okay, so first of all, what you need to learn how to do is to time your double clicks so that when you double click, you'll place a block. So I'll just show an example of me moonwalking right now. If you look at the CPS counter, it's not consistent. You can pull it back. It's not a super consistent click. I'm not using the CPS method, which you would need a very high CPS. I'm timing my double click so that when I reach just the end of the block, I will double click one more time, and then I'll place a block, which is how I'm able to go without shifting. As you saw in that example, I didn't go up at all. It's really hard to go up using the double click time method, but I'll teach you a sort of variation to it later. For now though, let's talk about the movement and moonwalking. So basically what you want to do is maybe create like a large bridge like this, and now just stand like on one edge of it, and then do the moonwalk movement, and try to not fall off the bridge. In order to do this, you'll also have to know the angle, which I'll explain right now. So go to F3, and you'll see that if you see near the bottom, there's a facing, and right now I'm facing east towards positive X. The two numbers right after that are very important towards where you want to aim when you're moonwalking, and there's a particular method to find the right place to aim. So basically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to aim at 0, 90, 180, 270, and 360, and then minus 18.6 if you're going to tap A while moonwalking, which is this. And then this way you would do plus 18 on all of them. I can't really moonwalk that way, I really suck at that, but yeah. So you see here, that first number is most important. The second number, you can find what place is the best. I do about, I guess, 80.3 or 80.4, but you have to experiment with that to find the best place for you. That second number is the up and down, by the way. So yeah, negative 18.5 in this case for me, which is 0 minus 18.5. Personally, I don't use this F3 thing, and I just kind of do it myself, so you don't have to be exactly on it, but just if you're starting out, you should probably get like pretty near it in order to practice, because then you always have consistent practice at the same angle. And yeah. So yeah, back to here, you just go, let's say if we're facing this way, which is west, then you would go here, and then you would look in that direction, which is 90 minus 18.5, which if I know math, it's 71.5. You go there, and now you just practice the movement. Once you have the movement down, you can talk about doing both the timing and the movement at the same time. And you're going to fail probably a lot at first because this is hard, and walking isn't easy. as most other things in Minecraft, including being good at the game. Anyway, so yeah, just keep practicing it and find that angle. And eventually, if you practice enough, you can try to not use the coordinate system, in which you'll just go and moonwalk at whatever angle you think is right without looking at the coordinate system. But for beginners, look at the coordinate system, eventually learn how to not use it, but it's pretty helpful. Okay, so when you're trying to tap A while moonwalking, you kind of want to like, basically when you're doing your movement, you really want to just be trying to stay on the block at first until you get like better, and then you can just tap A, I guess, yeah. Make sure to tap it pretty frequently. Like, it's not, you don't want to be doing like, okay, I don't really know how to do this, but basically just really holding down A like for a pretty long time. You don't want to be holding A or D for a very long time. It's just not as effective as just tapping A pretty quickly. And also, while you're practicing, most likely what's gonna happen is you're gonna start clicking right as you press A, and I still do that. It's just a beginner's habit, I guess, and it makes sense too. Your hands don't want to do different things. It's like rubbing your tummy and patting your head at the same time. So yeah, that's not necessarily a bad thing, although in the end you do sometimes want to like not have that happen as much, and you need to be able to correct if that starts to get off sync or something. Like right now it's pretty off sync and you can tell, and I was able to continue because I guess I've just had enough experience where I can continue even after that. So yeah, you do want to make sure that doesn't happen. While you're moonwalking, you might start falling off the block. I'll try to show that here. I'm gonna rarely fall off the block, of course, but like that, you see how I fell off the block? So basically what sometimes when you get good at this, you will want to know how to correct yourself when you're about to fall off the block. Let's say you aim wrong and you're aiming here, which I can't do because it's kind of weird timing for me, but if you're aiming really high up or something, which means you would be going more in one direction, and tapping A would be pushing you way more than it should be, then you're gonna have to correct it by holding S more. The thing about double clicking while moonwalking is it's really hard to go up. Like, it's probably not impossible, but here, I'll try it here, but as you can see, it's really hard, and I don't think I could do it even if there was like a guide on it and I got some tutorials, because it's just really hard and it probably requires very good timing. So basically, if you want to go up, you're gonna have to shift at the end of the block after you go up, like this. And then keep going from there. This block up can be like a rest block. If you think you're gonna fall very soon, you can build up for a second and then readjust your aim. And so on. It makes it so that clearly I can go a little bit farther than if I just straight moonwalk, which is pretty nice at times. I have a lot of, I guess, montages on my channel where I'm actually moonwalking in F5, and even like not looking at the aim before moonwalking in F5. This will be a little bit more advanced. You need to, I guess, really know the timing perfectly and stuff before you're able to do this, because it's really difficult. One beneficial thing you can do also to practice is to actually go on Hypixel, because then your ping will be the same as if you were actually on Hypixel. Like, I'm just gonna go to this housing which I created. And basically what you want to do when you're here is, you don't have to clear out this area if you want, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, just, my ping is about 100 on Hypixel, so yeah, just, you can practice moonwalking on Hypixel rather than just a single player world, which might not come very naturally, as with more ping, it's kind of a little weirder timing. As you saw, I fell almost immediately, but eventually you should be able to get it pretty consistent. Once again though, Hypixel is quite laggy, so sometimes it might not even be your fault, because housing does do some weird things. While I'm at it here, I just want to say again, this took me quite a little bit to learn how to do decently consistently, and even right now, I'm not amazing at it. So don't worry if it takes you a while to learn this. It will be frustrating, but as most things, you just need to keep going. And that sounds so cliche, but it's just cliche things are true. That's why people say it so much, right? So yeah, just keep practicing, and eventually you should be able to get it. I'm not a really good expert on mouses, so if you want to know if your mouse double clicks, you should probably. I'll try and find somebody. If not, I don't know. But if I do, the link will be in the description. Maybe I'll put Gator there because he seems to know a bit. I know that a few mouses like the Glorious Model Roll and I guess the Glorious Model Deploy does too, but and some Razer brand mouses probably do too, like some old Razer Death Adders. They double click, so yeah. If you want to know if your mouse double clicks, you should probably go, yeah, check if the description to see if I put anything there. If you don't have a mouse that double clicks, you will have a lot of trouble learning how to moonwalk, obviously, since it doesn't double click, but it is not impossible. Because you can still time the single clicks. It's just extremely very hard. Once again, here's my attempt at it. See, I got 2 blocks, and I consider myself decent at timing, so yeah. If you get really good at this, maybe you can watch Bedless Noob, he like God-bridges single click, which is pretty insane, but yeah. Also, by the way, if you make, let's say you're moonwalking, right? And let's say at first you're moonwalking like this or something, and you're falling a lot, and then all of a sudden, like something like, this happens. Oop, not that. This happens, and you all of a sudden just moonwalk a really long time for a large amount of blocks. Don't be superbly excited, like be excited. Go tell all your friends, flex on them. Don't get too excited about it because it's most likely what's going to happen is regression to the mean. Try to figure out what you did well there, but at the same time, most likely there's going to be regression to the mean, which basically means if you get lucky, which is basically in this case you moonwalking a very long time, the next time you go, maybe like, since it should be unlucky because regression to the mean, basically on average you should be equal. But then again, if you moonwalk that far, you definitely did something right. So just if you find that, then regression to the mean won't happen, and you go continue to flex on your friends, and you'll be very happy. So yeah, just keep practicing it again and again. Go on Hypixel, go on the single player world, and just keep on going. Alright, if you guys enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out, I guess, and hopefully this taught you a bit about how to moonwalk, and good luck in moonwalking. Make sure to check out all my other videos, I guess, and yeah, see ya.